The double greens are out. Street stock racing, what a banner field of cars. 26 of the very best. These guys know how to put on a show, and they never give up. Already in less than one circuit, we've got a bid at the front of the field. Nose to tail, sneaking his way in, Chris Danielchuk. But the big story in this event is that battle that is happening for the 7th, 8th, and 9th position. Now all of a sudden, Perry seems to be locked together with the number 31 car.
Oh, Perry is not giving Waterman any room down low. They got together in 3, get together again off of 4, and now Perry gets into the right rear Finkbein, and somehow Finkbein saves it. Meanwhile, Jason Raymond has checked out to about a second or so lead. As there's trouble in turn 2. Jason Finkbein goes around, straightens the car out, but he comes to a stop in the middle of the backstretch.
That looks like, I don't know if we're going to get a caution or not.
He's not firing up, and there's the yellow. But he
gathers it back. He did a nice job of saving that. He lost several positions on the racetrack. 14 are up on the board. Bid for the lead.
Ooh.
Here's the challenge off turn number 4. It is car number 11, Travis Hydar.
Oh, Waterman's going to try it 3 wide down low. It's going to be close. He made it work. What a move.
And look at just behind him. That isn't the only 3 wide move. Travis Downey just did the same type of a thing. Clemens is right there as well. And it is a good battle as they come off the turn. Meanwhile, the 46 machine is making its presence known, the 42 machine rather. White flag is out, 1 lap to go.
Got a spinner in turn 2, that's Alex Spinato, and that brings out the caution.
Oh boy.
And we are not done yet. But Hydar gets the runoff of 2 to take the lead. Waterman gets up to Hydar's bumper, gives it a touch, another touch. Now Downey moves underneath to take second spot, and Jason Raymond goes around. Burt Willett goes around. Everybody scrambles as the white flag waves. It's Travis Hydar out in front, but the caution comes out again.
Caution comes out again, and we are stuck as the double checkers are waving from Mike on the starter stand. Travis Hydar will take down the win. Travis Downey will finish in second. Ryan Waterman for third.
16 cars for 20 laps, and it's Chris Phelps that leads the field to the green flag and gets a huge jump at the get-go while they're 3 wide back in 4th.
There's no question about it. They were still 3 wide in the 4th spot. Things get settled in just a bit, but it is the 28 that drops back and also becomes a factor, and that's Rich Hammond. Hammond is waiting, but up front, we've got a lead change with less than 1 lap into the record books. The brand new leader becomes Gary Patno.
On the outside. That is not easy to do, but he makes it work, and they're almost 3 wide behind them. Clement takes a look underneath Phelps. Matt Clement, that is, in the 59, but had to back out after the 2 got together.
You know, he is sometimes very cautious. Meanwhile, to the top side, Adrian Paradis III gets stuck in the upper lane. He said that they are really still trying to go back to their old news and their old book on setup. Right now, Clement has just moved down underneath Patnode. Patnode made the mistake of leaving the door open, and when he did, that let Clement go by.
As, whoa, Phelps, turn 1, gets sideways and goes for a spin in the middle of the racetrack. A couple cars have to move topside to avoid him, but it looked like Phelps may have had some contact with Connor Jensick on the front stretch that led to the pole sitter going around.
First caution of the event comes out on lap number 12 of 20. Matt Clement is the big dog and the man to beat. Off turn number 4, checkered flag is out. Car 59, Matt Clement will take down the win. Another great podium finish for Jeremy Lavoie. Off turn number 4, a little bit different start this time.
Ooh, Alex Byrne misses a shift, stacks up the outside line, but it looks like everyone will continue on.
They seem to be able to correct the situation, and that is really strange to see. Meanwhile, Alexander Fern has dropped back to the 4th position.
Turn 1, it's Alex Fern, Chris Meyer, and a couple more that piled together. Adam Gray, the defending champion, got a piece. Zach Robinson got the wall good, as well as Tom Butler in the 4.
So maybe that was his strategy because...
Whoa, more trouble, back straightaway. Tom Butler and Jacob Perry slide wildly through the grass in turn 3. Thankfully, nobody hit him, but man, they were flying through the grass.
Let's see when the caution flag's coming out. Butler.
There it is.
Tries to move away.
My word. You want to talk about speeding up while in the grass.
Yep.
I mean,
slide for life
yes.
is what it is. Blake is giving it his all. He is hungry for success. Andrew Duran continues to work the outside lane, but Blake continues to guard the bottom. Here comes factor number 3. It is Michael Ray, and you called it before, Bonza. You said that,
three
trouble.
Wide. Michael Ray gets underneath both Blake and Duran to take the lead after the 61 and 43 were banging doors in turn 1.
And guess who's there with him? Tommy Fern.
He's all over his back bumper.
Regards the inside lane. Ray is making that car wider than most because he knows what he needs to do to hold on. Now, all of a sudden, here comes Tom Fern. Fern becomes the brand new leader, continuing to set records here at Stafford. Off turn number 4, Tom Fern is your winner tonight. Adam Gray will finish in second. Darrell Keene, great run for third. The fastest division of the night. About to fire them up and light them up as they come off turn number 4. Trouble now. The car on the inside of the front row has a problem.
And Jimmy Blewett spins through the infield in the checkup. Comes to a stop just shy of the Jersey barrier as the green flag comes out. It's Tyler Hines that has the lead coming off of 2, but now the caution waves.
And he looks pretty good on the inside lane, but on the upper lane, the big mover and shaker down the back straightaway. And he is glued to the outside of Jervis. Then it is Troy Talman right there on the inside with his machine. He continues to put the hammer down, and all of a sudden the color red is starting to arrive at the front of the field. You know what that means? It means that we have a contender that is coming forward.
As Noah Corner takes the lead from Tyler Hines, and now Dylan Kopech gets underneath the 99, the battle for second, and he'll take the spot. So Hines falls back to third, tries to close the hole on Jarvis, but Jarvis is going to push her in there. They get together, there's trouble from the back. RJ Marcotte, Todd Owen, and Mike Christopher Jr. all crash in turn 3.
Car number 22.
Oh, Keith Rocco's on the road.
That car was on the move. Let's go to our pit reporters and see if they can find out more.
Well, Ben and Bonza, it's steaming right now out of the front of the number 22 of Keith Rocco.
Oh, wow.
That's where things are getting heated up. Marcello Ruffano has dropped back to 7th, but believe it or not, he's the fastest car on the racetrack.
Ooh, Kopech. That was a very bold move. He drove it into 3 a ton and made the move work to take the top spot from Corner.
Right up with the big dogs up front in the course of the competition here.
Kopech put the block on Marcello Ruffano in the battle for the lead, and we got more trouble further back. John Sandberg gets sideways off of 4, but keeps going, so we stay under green. Contact in turn 1. They're 3 wide up front, and here's Marcello Ruffano up the gut into the lead.
Marcello Ruffano showing why he is a big dog in this class. Here he comes. He's been close so many occasions. The pride of Italy, Marcello Ruffano, will take down the win, finishing in the second spot. Great run for Corey DiMatteo, working their magic. 40 laps presented by Doug Dunleavy. They fire them up, and it doesn't take long at all for Zach Askler to quickly move to the front of the class. That orange machine, and directly behind is the white number 2 car from Megan Fuller.
Fuller and Midford side by side for second. Aspar slides up a bit and opens the door for Fuller, who's trying to go for the lead.
Megan Fuller wastes no time at all. She moves in, takes over the number 1 spot, bounces Askler back a position.
Boy, William Lambros in the 67 just made it 3 wide on the outside in turn 2 and turn 4 and gained about 4 spots in that last lap. And now here's Alex Pearl underneath Fuller trying to take the lead.
As they come off turn number 4, it is Pearl to take over the lead.
That pack of cars is trying to get past the lap machine of Andy Marquise, and it's going to get a little tight with Jason Chapman and Meg Fuller. And Chapman goes around, tries to hang on to it, and he does. What a save.
And he continues to pull back. Oh, as he tries to pull back out, he gets down to the slippery stuff. and let's see what's going to happen. We're still under green.
He's trying to hang on to it, keeps it going, so it looks like we'll stay green. I mean, he has a lot of racing experience, but not in the modifieds.
Right.
And he has not been bashful about being aggressive. 3 wide passes up top. Oh, Meg Fuller's sideways in turn 2. Straightens it out. Can she get the car going? No. Caution is out.
Of Alexander Pearl. But they come off turn number 4.
Oh, trouble turn 4. David Webb goes sliding through the infield grass and hits the Jersey barrier. They stack up behind him. Dalton McCarthy and Bob Charland and Norm Sears get a piece of the accident. And Joey Farino slid through the grass as well. A very uniform restart. Pearl on the inside, tries to slide up the track.
Look at Brian Sullivan go up the hill. Brian Sullivan moves into second.
Amanda West takes the lead. Now here's Sullivan to the inside of West for the top spot. Moves to the inside. They race wheel to wheel off of 4, but West has the momentum up top. Both rows pushing hard into the first corner. We saw West make the outside work on the last restart. Now it's Sullivan's turn. He gets the run off of 2 and pulls out ahead by half a car length.
But the car that is the car to watch is the car that is to the outside of Amanda West.
That's Tyler Chapman in the 41 car, our most recent winner.
23 of 40 laps are now into the record books.
Whoa, Zach Asklar drove it in deep, got into the back of Anglaise and goes around. Everybody checks up behind, and William Lambro spins it around. Anglaise is having a tough time making it down to pit road. He's in the road course access way on the back straightaway as they continue to race side by side up front. This is the 4th lap these two have been racing side by side as they head back into turn 1. Sullivan tries to drive it in deep, but the caution will come out because of Anglaise's stopped car. And also Tyler Alkis has pulled out of the race. He's parked it on pit road.
Here comes Sullivan gaining momentum. Directly behind Sullivan. Moving into the front of the class.
Like a full speed pace lap. The entire field is 2 by 2 by 2. Sullivan leads that lap. 13 laps remain in this one. They're still wheel to wheel through 1 and 2. Tyler Chapman on the bottom, but it's Sullivan getting the run up top.
Sullivan does a great job of pulling away at the front of the field. Brian Sullivan becomes the leader once again. Meanwhile, Tyler Chapman setting in there, and there is Tyler Berry with the number 18 car. Alexander Pearl, who once was the leader, drops back to 4th. Chris Matthews is 5th.